With more and more ways to play the streaming game, are radios still relevant and are they actually worth pursuing? We can quickly agree that getting your music on a radio station still has potential. But how does it fare against getting on a Spotify playlist? It all depends on the perspective that you're looking at it. Who is your demographic and who is your target audience? These elements can and should play a major role in your decisions overall. For example, if you're an entrepreneur, just like me, and you want to earn the return of investment.
Oh my god, Kenio's in it for the money! He's such a sellout!
Now that I got your attention, I would appreciate it if you smashed that like button. Yes and no, I am doing what I have a passion for. Something that I love doing and that I want to invest my entire life into. But I also need to survive. I guess you can relate to that. So, return of investment is playing the money game. In Denmark, one radio play equals approximately to 510 streams on Spotify, just to get the same income. And that is you own 100% of your masters. If you pitch your song just right, you might risk having your song played on one radio station 3 times a day for a whole week. That's approximately 10,710 streams worth of income. But the questions you got to ask yourselves are, who are listening? And when? Getting a placement on a Spotify curated playlist that is dedicated to the specific genre makes your chances of hitting the correct target audience way easier and way higher. The music will be played on the listener's own time. A radio station might play your song in between songs that isn't really matching your vibes. And who knows, they might play your song in the middle of the night where no one is awake anyway. However, let's say you're playing country music and you want to hit the elder target audience. Then radio stations might be more intriguing to you, because the elder generation might still lean towards using a radio than fumble around with an iPhone. And there's a lot of radio stations for that particular genre. Would it really shock you if I told you that there's only one radio station in Denmark that plays rock and metal? There is seriously only one radio station dedicated to that genre. There are also the factor of commercials. Radio stations today are primarily funded by commercials, and the last time that I listened to a radio station, I counted 35 commercials before they moved on to the next song, that I wasn't really a fan of anyway. Streaming services like Spotify removes their commercial if you pay a small amount for a subscription every month. So the business model is of course different, but is way more preferable if you ask me. However, radio stations are still popular for the working industry. The radio is background noise, entertainment, and fills out that awkward silence in the working area. But are people actually listening to it, and what are they listening to? Podcasts, talk shows, quiz shows, and just straight up weird talk from the host has taken over more and more on the radio stations. Music is sort of pushed into the background like a filler while they're preparing for their next segment. This is just, of course, a personal experience, but I would love to hear your thoughts on it down in the comments below. While you're down there, how about pressing that red subscribe button? It really helps out the channel and you won't miss another video. I know I've been bashing radio throughout this entire video and made streaming sound like the ultimate choice. Streams are the worst type of revenue a musician can have unless you have millions and millions of streams. Getting on a curated Spotify playlist is definitely the best way to kickstart your career for a short amount of time until someone else comes in and replaces you. Getting on those playlists in the first place is like winning the lottery. And I don't really care about what all those YouTube, Spotify gurus have to say about it. It's something musicians want so hard and they're pursuing it so much, so it's that easy to create a video about it to get those views. La-di-da-di-da, here I am. There are of course personal curators out there who has created personal playlists, and you can submit to them on a website like SubmitHub. You're kind of paying for a yes or no answer to get on a playlist with, I don't know, maybe 1,000 followers. And a quick word of advice, don't press the feedback button, just leave it alone. Don't press it, just leave it alone. What good is it gonna give you? Just leave it alone, just don't press it. Leave it alone. Streaming most definitely outweighs radio when it comes to hitting your target audience. Way more specific, fast, and in a broader spectrum. Radio, however, outweighs streaming in the terms of revenue and the demographic. Streaming is becoming more and more like a social media platform when it comes to consuming habits. The need for consistency, and it's evolving to help you reach a more specific type of target audience with every release. Radio throws a song into a crowd that they know will most definitely like your song based on experience and their marketing. My conclusion as a manager would definitely be to focus on the streaming game, but don't underestimate the potential of radio. If you get on a radio station, awesome! Let it be a bonus on top of your streaming game. If you want more advice on how you can advance in your music career, this video is definitely for you. And remember to subscribe, and I'll of course see you in the next video, right? Bye.